The girl in the nest. The night was restless, a crimson moon casting eerie shadows through the barren trees. Perched high on the jagged branches, Mallory sat in a makeshift nest of gnarled twigs. Her bird-like mask, chipped and weathered, hid the contours of her face. A small sparrow hopped closer, tilting its head. "Why do you stay?" it chirped. Mallory sighed. "Because down there, I am not Mallory. I'm just them." She gestured to the shadowy village far below, where lights flickered like nervous fireflies. "They don't even remember your name anymore," another bird croaked from the darkness. "Good," Mallory replied sharply. "I don't want them to. But you'll starve here," a raven cawed, flapping to a nearby branch. "Do you think you can live on moonlight and dreams?" "Better than living their lies," Mallory snapped, hugging her knees. The sparrow hopped closer. "Someone's coming. I can smell it. Be ready." The branch creaked under a foreign weight. Mallory's heart thudded. She didn't need to turn to know someone had climbed the tree. "You always liked the dramatic entrances," came a familiar voice. Mallory froze. "Zeke?" The boy's laugh was soft, almost brittle. "Who else? You think your feathered friends here wrote me a letter?" He moved closer, moonlight catching the edges of his face. "I told you not to look for me," Mallory murmured, her voice heavy with resentment. "And I told you I wouldn't listen," Zeke countered. "Why are you hiding in a nest like some overgrown crow? What is this?" He gestured to her mask, his tone hovering between disbelief and sadness. "You wouldn't understand." Zeke leaned forward. "Try me." "You're wasting your breath," the raven interrupted. "She belongs to the skies now." Zeke frowned. "You're talking to birds." "That's leave," Mallory interrupted, her voice colder than the night air. "No," Zeke's jaw set. "Not until you tell me why." Mallory leaned back against the trunk, the mask concealing her expression. "Do you remember the aviary, Zeke?" His face softened. "Of course. You loved it there. Spent hours watching those birds." "But that's not, it is," Mallory cut in. "Do you know what I learned? They weren't happy. Trapped behind those bars, their wings clipped. They weren't birds. They were decorations. And you think hiding in a tree changes that?" Zeke retorted. "I'm free up here," Mallory said simply. Zeke ran a hand through his hair, exasperated. "Free? You're alone, starving, and losing yourself. This isn't freedom, Mal. It's running away." The sparrow chirped indignantly. "He doesn't get it. He never will." "Quiet," Mallory muttered, more to herself than the bird. "You're talking to them like they're people." Zeke shouted. "Maybe they're better than people," Mallory snapped back. Silence fell, thick and tense. "You used to dream," Zeke said after a long pause. "You used to talk about traveling, painting, writing. Living. This isn't living." "It's better than pretending," Mallory whispered. "Pretending what?" "That you're human." Zeke's voice cracked. "You're Mallory. You're not a bird. You're not. Whatever this is." "Maybe I don't want to be Mallory," she shot back. The sparrow hopped onto her knee. "Don't listen to him. He's afraid because you're becoming something more." Zeke stepped closer, his voice softer now. "You're not becoming anything. You're disappearing." Mallory hesitated. The crimson moonlight played tricks on her thoughts, casting Zeke's words in strange shadows. I can't go back," she said finally. "Then don't," Zeke said, surprising her. "But don't stay here either. If you want to fly, fly. But this?" This isn't flight. It's just falling.